Happy Halloween, everybody. Happy Samhain. Hey, we've been waiting for this night for a while. Glad that you could join us. This is the Backyard Ufologist, David, and this is my feline being, which I call Alley Cat. This is my wife, Allie, and I'm so glad that she could join us tonight. And so we got lots of stuff we want to do. I wanted to say a few things first. Stay safe and watch out for the kids, which will be really cool. Don't drink too much. Use unconditional love and forgiveness. This is our special Halloween program. So would you like to say anything, Allie?
Hello, everybody. Like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends.
Yeah, that's right. We have 299 subscribers right now. We need one more to make 300, so please subscribe. We sure do appreciate it very much. So we're going to go ahead and get started now. Okay, here we go. Now, this was the other night. Check this out. It looks like some kind of radio station tower. Look at all of these orbs coming out of the ground right here. Isn't that something? Look, it just comes out, dot, goes all the way up. It meets up here somewhere, and they coming down. Look how straight that is, coming up out of that portal.
Almost like a pyramid.
Yeah, it is. It's like
protection over my car.
It could be. It could be. There's an orb over here. I see a lot of orbs on your car, so I believe the feline beings are around you for sure. All of the cats love you. They love to bite me. And here's a face here. There's a face there, as you can see.
Looks like a feline being in there, I see.
Yeah, it looks like one. And right here, a big face. And look at all of these right here. It's a little better. And these looks like little radio waves, you know? And they have this in Egypt on the wall. All right, and you can see there's a little something right here also. But anyway, let's go over here and see what we see right here. And here's more, and this is just the first picture too. But we did good. See, there's a face in here, and you know, I don't know, what do you think that looks like right there to you, Allie?
I can't really tell that one.
Yeah, but you can see it looks like a cat to me. It's got 2 ears right there, 2 eyes, and a mouth right there. And there's all kind of entities in this. It's coming up out of the portal. And there's one over here too. Isn't that something? And I wanted to show you last week. There's something in this one too.
Oh yeah, I see a face of some sort.
Yeah, it's some kind of face. And you know, the last video, you know, it was this right here coming up, and it's very close to where it was. And it's that portal right there. There's a portal right there. And I wanted to show that. And again, because that was a good catch. I mean, that was the right place at the right time. Now, checking this out, this looks like an extraterrestrial. And right here. It's your classic gray with the almond eyes. If you can see that right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he's behind something. I thought these were his legs and everything, but this is some kind of console, and he's behind it. And I believe he's driving it. He's working the controls. I really do believe that. So I wanted to show that one tonight. We have several pictures. That was from last week, you remember, coming up out of the portal. And these guys right here, you remember these guys that made the clones? They created the clones on Star Wars, if you remember that, the Clone Wars. And I wanted to show you this first, and then this.
Oh yeah, looks just like it.
I mean, really, doesn't it? I think it looks just like it myself. And then you have these rings right here. And I'm thinking these rings right here may represent dimensions, like the 4th dimension, and then you have your 5th and 6th and 7th, and they just overlap everything that's in there. And it's just like a window that has tuned in to the portal. Are there Merkabas, and they're flying around in it. I mean, this is an extraterrestrial right here. Or, you know, it could be a spirit or a dimensional traveler. I don't know. I mean, you know, I really don't know. What do you think it is? Right, here we go. Now, this thing has a lot of energy around it. Don't you love this, Allie?
This is a new experience for me. I'm kind of shy when it comes to this.
Yeah, well, you don't have to be shy. That's for sure. There's about 3 people watching, so you don't have to worry about it. There's an entity here, and there's one right here. There's I guess it's an extraterrestrial. It sure does look like it. And if you look at the big picture, there's something in the middle, and I believe that he's controlling the whole thing right here. See it? Okay. I wanted to show you that and those pictures of the aliens from Star Wars. Isn't that something? Looks just like it, doesn't it? Sure does. Gosh. All right, and here's another one with an entity in it that I caught. You can see him right here, and he's just sitting there looking. There's one right here. This one's standing up. He looks like an Academy Award, doesn't he?
Sure does.
He's sitting there looking at us. And here's a face right here. You see this face in this one right here. And it's kind of spooky. That's stuff that's out here. Now this looks like some kind of animal right here. Some of them I can't understand. You know, this looks like it could be a horse, but it's not. It's like an aardvark almost, you know, with a long nose. And it looks like he's got a cloak on or something over his head, doesn't it? Another Star Wars character. You know, maybe they knew something that we didn't know. What did George Lucas know that we didn't know, you know? But anyway, you can see this stuff. And this is a guy right here. See him right here? I didn't even notice that one. See the arm here, the arm coming around. Here's his head. And he's inside. He's sticking out of some of these orbs. So I guess they do that. They can do that. He's spacewalking. Yeah. Isn't that cool? I love this stuff.
Thank you for your comments, Paradox Fossils.
Yes. Yeah, you monitor that. That'd be great, because I can't do everything. It's kind of hard doing all the engineering and stuff. All right. Here's one right here. Now, I've seen this. It looks like he's got a spacesuit on to me. And then I look at it a little bit more, and it looks like he's holding a baby or something, or she's holding a baby. You see that right there? Isn't that something? Oh, I keep hitting the microphone, I'm sorry. And then if you look at it on a big picture, you see right here a big face, 2 eyes, antennae coming off. And that's what I'm talking about. This is like the 4th dimension, then the 3rd dimension's in front. You know, it's dimension over dimension, and it overlaps. You see right there? But it looks like it's a being that's holding something. And it's just so many things you can read into that. You see that? You see what I'm saying? I saw that, and it's like it's holding something, and then I see something in front. And this has got antennae on it. This could be some of the ant people that they talk about. James Gillian at ESETI Ranch talked about a lot in Australia in the old days. He really thinks life started there instead of Africa. And I do believe that. And even in my last video, on my right side, you can see around 110 on the last video that I did, there was an orb that flew by, and I slowed it down, and I'm going to really bring that up and show you. There's something big there flying. There's a portal in my bedroom, and well, it's not the bedroom, it's a studio. And they come and go, and if I'm not watching, you know, people will say, hey, man, you see that orb? And it's happening all behind me, and I see it on camera, you know. If I'm not doing engineering and technical work, you know. I need an engineer, that's for sure. But anyway, this guy looks like he's holding something, and it could be a face. Now, here's an extraterrestrial or a being right here, or a spirit, or dimensional traveler. See him standing right here? And I think he may be, I don't know. What am I doing here? Okay. You know, here's one right here. Here's his chest and his head. Now you see right here, this is some kind of, I mean, this looks like an extraterrestrial to me. From, being on TV and watching it, reading the books and stuff, this is like the drawings, and the pictures they have. This face right here. You can just look deep inside here. Now look at this guy right here. This is super cool dude. It looks like right here. He looks like he's got goggles on. He's got a hairdo right there. You see him right there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like a different realm, a different dimension.
Well, yeah, but you see the guy in here?
Oh, yeah, right outside of that orb.
Yeah, he's like he's got sunglasses on or something, some kind of goggles or something. Yeah, see him right there? That almost looks like a picture. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then you can just look all inside here, and I could stay on this forever. See, here's the guy looking through a portal right here. See him?
Yeah.
The nose, 2 eyes. He's kind of looking down at something. Here's something here, and here's something here. I mean, it's just a big face right here. See the 2 eyes, the nose, and the big mouth right here? That looks scary right there, We do 1 John 4:1-4. We do a clearing. Sometimes 4 times a day, and Allie does it too. She'll do a clearing too, so we're getting double protection here. And my faith is strong. You can fill in the blank. It can be Buddha, Krishna. It could be whoever your higher power is, Buddha. And ours is Jesus Christ, so we put Jesus Christ in the blank. So we really do believe just having enough faith of a mustard seed, we have just as much power. I know I'm silly sometime, and I'm really silly today. I've been really excited. We've been having a lot of fun, and it does show, I know. But this is some serious stuff, really. There is another realm out there, and this is showing you right now, just like Brandon Orbs realm, Stephen Criddle over at Proper Paranormal, the boys that show me the light in Australia, and we talk during the week, and it's so much fun to have people all over the world and to know that I'm welcome there and they're welcomed here. Isn't that something? It's just really, really cool right here. Now look at this. Look at this. Now, does that not look like a monkey to you?
A monkey or a mouse or a koala bear?
I see the head right here. Here's the 2 eyes, and that's what I'm concentrating on now. And it comes down. Here's the mouth and the nose. And, don't laugh. I'm sorry I'm laughing, and I apologize for that, because some of these are just like you would see, on Star Wars, that are really strange-looking entities, but they're Jedi, They're spiritually awake. And, making fun of the way somebody looks, and you're the weak-minded. So I don't want to go there, that's for sure. So this does look like a monkey to me, though, and that's for sure. And over here, it's a guy. This looks like a guy right here. 2 eyes, a nose, and the mouth right here, and the forehead. I don't know if I'm going to stretch this one right here. But, and then there's other things in this one, too. It's like I said, dimensional. And here's a guy right here. The 2 eyes. Here's the head, the elongated head, the mouth. Here's the nose right there, and it goes down. He's flying this Merkaba,
Looks like a gray.
Yes, definitely there, Brandon. I'm glad you joined us, man. I really am. Glad that you could join us. Now, this is when I was a paranormal investigator. And what? This is 2003, 2004, I believe, Allie. And this was in a cemetery here in Connecticut. And it was old. I don't even think it was working anymore. They don't even bury people there anymore. As you can see right here is my old cassette player. Little cassette player that I used to get EVPs with. We didn't have digital back then. Well, I guess it was available, but it was just so expensive we couldn't afford that stuff. But if you'll look down here, now we were setting, I'll never forget this day. I had a camera, you couldn't even hook it up to the computer. I think it was a card that was in it, and then you had to get a reader and everything to transfer them over to your computer. It was really complicated. But anyway, I took this picture. We were sitting on the ground, right, and there's a road right across, and I brought it right in, and I took a picture, and I said, man, I caught something. I don't know what it was. I couldn't tell really what it was. until we got it on the computer. And look at right here. It's like a portal that has opened. And you can see an entity right here. See the head here, 2 eyes, and the mouth right here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm thinking some of these spirits, demons, and good benevolent entities, as well as the benevolent, the malevolent, and I believe they're all in the same kind of family and use some of the same portals and things of that nature. This one happens to be in a cemetery. And if you can see, something comes up from here. I don't know what this is. It looks like a big face of somebody looking at something. And there's other stuff down here. I darkened it, but I couldn't get anything. The picture quality is just so bad. Here's an orb here. Now, if you'll look at these heads like skulls coming up. All these faces. Look at this guy right here. You see him? See if I can get any closer. Yeah. See this guy right here? That's just undeniable right here. See, 2 eyes, nose, and he's got a beard going. There's a guy behind him. There's one right here we're talking about. This is that ectoplasma that was coming up. And I really didn't see anything. Nobody else did. We only caught it with our IR camera. And it looks like something standing right there. It may be a tombstone. I'm not quite sure. I can't remember. It's been so long ago. But that kind of looks like a tombstone there at the base. But you can see the heads all coming up on this. And then it keeps going up. And what is this? 2 eyes and a nose? Let me back it off a little bit where you can see better. Look at that. That looks like something that's angry, saying, what are you doing here? You know, get out, you know. It does, doesn't it? But yeah, it's a lot of entities right there. And that's probably, you know, you get stuff attached to you. You know, we do the clearings and stuff. We did it back then, too. But here's a little something right in here you can see. And I don't know what this is. We used to call these cemetery lights. But I think they're, you know, just orbs that's on the move. But isn't that something? But this was the other picture. It was just lit up, and you really can't see too much. I darkened it. This was the original here. And this is our backyard again. And let me see what we call this. Oh, yeah. Now, I know you're going to have a hard time seeing this. I know. I saw it on a very small screen on my cell phone, and my wife saw this too. Up around Orion's belt that comes around here, right here, there's a cross in the sky, and you can't really see it, but I wanted to add this, and you can screen, save it and look at it yourself. I've done everything I know how. I'm going to have to get Photoshop. If I get Photoshop, I think you can see it better. But there's a cross right there, and is in the sky. What's going on right here is the Hammonasset Ley Line. It's an energy line with all kind of different stuff that comes around here. We have the big boulders, the granite quartz boulders, and so much energy is around here. I don't know what this is, and I just saw it and thought I'd show it. You know, there could be artifact, I'm not quite sure, but it's probably something spiritual, and I can't identify it. Now, this is from a friend of mine. These guys are very popular in Connecticut. It's Connecticut Paranormal Society, and I got this back, I think, around 2008. They call themselves CPRS. They've been around for years. They got like 50 years combined experience. And it's Connecticut Paranormal Society, and I have their link in the description box below. He let me have this picture a long time ago, and I think you can see the picture, and the link is in the description box. But this was in the cemetery in Connecticut, and these are dog spirits. And it was just fascinating. And there's a story, and you can read the story about it if you're interested. But I saw this, and I just couldn't believe it. See this dog? There's a dog here. There's a dog here. There's a big dog right here. There's one right here. So that was really freaky. and I really did enjoy that. That's in a cemetery too, a human cemetery. So that tells you the dogs are spirits too. So, alrighty, what do we have here? Oh, now, I took this picture and I said, I didn't catch nothing. I said, but there's something right here. And so I lit it up and I brought it, and look what I caught. This is a extraterrestrial. Now, just look at it. Okay. You see the eye here, here's the nose, here's the mouth, some kind of ears. It's some kind of entity, traveler. I'm going to say extraterrestrial. I bet a ship is close by. I see these little ships going by, you know, and I'm going to start catching those when I get my Aurora digital camera, the night vision. Can't wait till we get that. So that should be coming up, what, Nick? This coming up, right? Tomorrow's the 1st, huh?
Yep.
So let's look into that. Our Christmas fun. But anyway, I got to looking, and you know, like I said, I'm going to have to get Photoshop, and it's, you know, it's a subscription. I don't need another monthly payment. You know, I know it's not a lot, but it is to me. So I'm going to look and see what I can do about that, because I have copies. It just won't work on my computers. I'm going to have to call them and say, look, you know, I bought this, you know, a few times. Why can't I have this? Why do I have to pay, you know? I just want the, I don't want all the bells and whistles, just where I can dissect some of these orbs. But nevertheless, we'll see what happens. They're really big time now, Adobe is. But anyway, you can see he has some kind of suit on here. And there's something right here around his neck. I don't know if this is a breathing apparatus or something he pulls over his head or a necklace. But here's his arm. And I don't know if this is his leg or something. I don't know. But you can see, there he is right there. What do you think, Allie?
I think it is.
Anyway, yeah, I'm believing this is some kind of extraterrestrial. That's for sure. Now, this is what I'm going to call a fairy. I don't know if it is, but I see a lot of these things out here. I was looking at it, and I was looking at it the wrong way. 2 eyes right here. Here's the hair and stuff. And it's got something here, some kind of energy. It's flying. Kind of looks like that extraterrestrial we just saw. Kinda. I don't know.
I don't know.
You know, with the ears or the hair or something right there. But it's flying in the air in my backyard. And it's not a bug. That's for sure. It's not dust. It's not moisture. I think it's a fairy. I don't know. But, you know, my daughter, she said, Dad, that's a fairy. You know, where's the other bugs around? Look at the energy around it. And I said, yeah, that's true. Could be. Elementals, we have a lot of those here. And I don't know what this is right here, but it is weird color. And it's got some kind of face to it. And a bright orb. I don't know what it is. You know, it's just these lights. This looks like a mouth right here. And here's a nose. And then it's all bright around his head, and I can't see anymore. You know, some of these could be tree spirits, you know, nature spirits. And James Gillian at East Eddy Ranch says that too. But this guy right here's got a head, and here's his body, and, you know, I think it's halfway in this dimension and halfway out. Like I said, warts and all here. You know, I'm not trying to convince anybody. You know, you're welcome to come here and do a paranormal investigation. You know, we didn't have the tools back then that you have today, so it would be good. I'd love for people like Brandon. Well, Brandon, I know you're more like I am now. You're kind of laid back. You know, let the kids do it now. You know I don't look that old, but, you know, I'm almost 60 years old, and I just can't do what I used to do, and you know, I just can't do it, man. I hang out with the kids. I still have that young mentality to me, but man, I can't keep up with them at the gym. Man, I gotta quit or I'm gonna have a heart attack. So that's I have to stop. My wife stays on my ass, I'm gonna tell you. But anyway, Alley Cat, you're okay, and I want everybody to see your face too. I've already put your pictures up, so
That's
she's
okay.
got
I'm
a
a
mask
feline
on.
being.
She's so shy and she's so beautiful. But okay, this is back when I was a paranormal investigator. This was, you know, I'm on the shoreline here and right across from New York. And these are 2 orbs in a cemetery. and it was so cold, there's no bugs out. So I'm going to see if you can see this. See, how do I start this? Okay, see if you can see this. You're not going to hear anything, I don't think. So, right here, look at this. Boom, boom. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is somebody with a light walking around, and they flash it over here, and it looks like a ghost, but it's not. It's just their reflection of their flashlight. Because somebody said, I said, no, I looked at that. That's their flashlight. You know, right when you see this flash, look at this. Boom, boom. And they were moving, wasn't they? I'll do that again. Here we go. Right here to the right. See that? Isn't that cool? And gosh, this was, video. Videotape with a night setting. Okay, that was that. Okay, I sit out there and I meditate, and the weather's been kind of nice. It's been cool nights, but yeah, check this out. I come out, and here they look at the gold ones. Now the gold ones, I'm thinking that these are my guardian angels. That those two that keep showing up, Allie. In the summertime when we were out there, they kept showing up, and it's hard to see. You think that you'd see somebody right off, and I have to really look. But it looks like a head here and two arms, like a stick person. I don't know. But if I'll be working out, walking on the treadmill, and I'll see it on my smaller iPhone, and I said, man, how did I miss that? And sometimes I see it better on the small screen than I do on the big screen. Like, I keep looking at it, and I look right here, 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth, and there's something right here. And you can tell me what you think this is. It could be wings. It could be something with its arms open and legs coming at you. I don't know. Look at this right here. This energy right here coming out of it, and these rings going around. Sometimes I say, man, they look like they're a coin, like a gold coin.
Yep.
Or a symbol. It's some kind of ancient symbol that they're trying to show. And sometimes I see letters and writing, and I just can't never make it out. I get people to look at it, and they go, yeah, I see this, and then all of a sudden I'll look at something else. See, I'm looking at this very, slowly, and then I see 2 eyes here, and it looks like a wolf. I guess you can do, that's Paradoria, I guess. It's a nose right here, here's a snout right here, and 2 eyes, and you say, well, yeah, it does look like a wolf. And then it can be different kind of things. But one thing about it, it is something, and it's spiritual, and there it is right there. There it is. You see the energy. It's got purple, pink. It's got a little blue in it, green. That's mostly the Palladians, or, what can I say? Angels. Now, this was in the house, and this was when we had the TV in the living room, Allie. You remember that? That was a long time ago, wasn't it? And look at the bed. The bed's up against the other wall in a different bed. Yeah, look at that. Well, anyway, when I was a paranormal investigator, I used to bring stuff home with me all the time. Still to this day, things happen, but it's nothing like it used to be. And it's all good stuff now. And it was never really bad. Anyway, I think it was just, I think it was already here. Because this place has been here, this city's been here since the 1600s, and we're right on the water, so I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of history here, a lot of history. And I went to town hall the other day to try to find some things out, and all you can find out really is who lived here, and when the house was built. And what I want to know is what was here in the 1600s. You have to have some kind of historian to tell you, and has that information, or people that are old that know the town, So that's what I was trying to do. But you can see there's an entity in this one in the middle right here, and I don't know, sometimes they look like animals to me.
Yeah, that looks like an animal to me. Yeah, it can get confusing trying to see what's going on inside the orbs. It's like layer upon layer upon layer.
Yeah, Brandon, I tell you, I know you catch a lot. Brandon, I saw that one.
Oh, bird spirits. Yes, paradox.
Yeah, bird spirits. That's right. You're absolutely right. Brandon, I saw that one come out where you embossed it. with your editor. That's why I wanted to know what editor you were using. That was pretty cool. That's what Photoshop does. That's what I was trying to do. Is get Photoshop to do stuff like that when you embossed it and you only seen the solid things. Well, that looked like a airplane that came through, or a UFO and turned. But could be an angel. It's some kind of entity, man. You got portals there, man. They're coming. I like that one that drops down and spreads its wings and starts flapping. I go, wow, man. I couldn't believe that. That was really cool. But you got some stuff going on right there, that's for sure. Well, we got stuff going on everywhere, You just got to be perceptive of it. We see things that go by fast. Even the cats here. We have 3 cats. They're a mess. And one of them sees something all the time in a corner. And
that corner right there.
Yeah, that corner there, and there's another corner on the other side. And I believe this is east, and that one would be west. And just sits there and carries on a conversation like at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like it's asking questions, right? And, I've been trying to catch it with my iPhone. I can catch the audio, but if I turn on the camera or anything, everything stops. And I go, oh, crap, He stops, and he looks around at me and wants to know what's going on, So I'm going to try to just do it in the dark, and just turn it on, no light, where he won't hear me, and just listen to see what he's talking about.
Oh, well, Paradox, your dog does that too. Cool. So animals have a sense, I think, that humans don't have.
Oh, yeah. And you remember, I went to a Shell store, and they had a Dunkin' Donuts inside of it, and, my Dunkin' Donut addiction that I have here. But the dog was inside, and he got in between my legs. He was on the guy's leash, and he just stopped right in between my legs while I was standing. And I just started saying, hey, bud, what's up? Started petting him, and there he goes, I've never seen him do that before. And I felt really weird. The dog was, I don't know, spiritually connected or something, or he could tell I was a good dude, or something was attached to me that was good, and he just wanted to stay right there with me. I said,
yeah.
Wow. And Allie can tell you this, when we go out and eat sometime, which is very rare these days, kids come up to me. I mean, they just come up to me and start and get in my lap, and their parents are looking for them, and they start laughing when they see them sitting on my knee. I say, hey, what's up, young blood? They could be black, white, no matter what color. Did you tell them what your mother said? Your mother said David just draws those kids.
Yep, you're like they're a.
I don't know what she called it. She's 90 years old,
Yeah.
so she knows a lot. I mean, she stays here, and she says, I don't know about y'all's house. And she goes, man, I hear voices all night. Things are moving around, and yeah, I have to agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know if you're a star child or an empath, and the little kids are empaths, and they just see that in you. But yeah, they're drawn to you. That's for sure.
Yeah, I guess so. I think we all are that do this kind of stuff, and we all are. We're just more perceptive, I believe. You got to tune it in, man. And this is some more orbs here that were flying around. I don't want to keep everybody on Halloween. We'll hurry up and get through this. And this is our late dog, Abigail. She lived to be 19 years old. We sure do miss her. Lurking around the house. She was okay. That's for sure. Now, this is one that looks like, a coin. And you can see there's a little something in here. Here's 2 eyes and the head or the ears or something there, or a hat, and it comes down. He's in the middle. He's driving this thing. Usually in the middle right there, they're in control of the Merkaba. But you can see there's all kind of different symbols and signs around. I don't know what they are. And then you can see right here in the middle, there's a guy right here, extraterrestrial or an entity. Excuse me. I call them dimensional travelers. I don't know. I see the nuts and bolts. We do, don't we? We see the nuts and bolts of UFOs. We can't never get any good pictures because we just don't have that technology yet. But we will. We're going to. But we see them in real time, and that's just undeniable. That's a UFO. I don't know if it's ours or theirs. And usually I think it's theirs because the way it moves, who knows? If we have that technology, we may. I don't know. But who am I to know? You know, and I brightened it up a little bit where you can see it. Yeah, I miss my dog. I try not to think about it. And then you can really see the guy right here. Now, and this is a totally different guy. See, you change the contrast and the brightness, and these things start coming through. Like this, it's a loopy loop. That's some kind of symbol right there. I've seen this before, and it kind of looks like an astrology symbol, an old ancient one. And I don't know about this. This is okay. Yeah, look, here's the mouth, the two eyes, and a big cone head, and it looks like he's got a hat, or this could be symbols on his head, and you can really see all this. And if you sit here and look at it long enough, you can see all kind of different stuff, and that's for sure. And this is an old one right here, very old. And this is one that's going in the bedroom. The guy and the lady that we bought the house from, tell you the story. I don't think I ever met her, but I met him, and he was into motorcycles and things like that. And he said, "Oh, I forgot the guy's got the dehumidifier, and I'll bring it by to you." Well, 5 days went by, and I called the realtor. Said he's going to bring a dehumidifier, where I wouldn't have to go out and buy one. She goes, "Oh man, he died." I go, "What?" He passed away. He was way too young to pass away, but he had liver problems, and I guess he knew he was dying. They were selling the house, and they were going their separate way also. So that's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, that was sad.
So this could be that guy. It could be. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm really, I've done some EVP work here, and I really have never caught any voices here. And what we hear is in real time, and somebody will speak. My mother, we used to call her Toady sometime, Toad, because I wasn't mean, I just aggravated her. And I have this meditation speaker, that plays like Benevolent Brooks or white noise and stuff. And I laid down, was going to sleep one night, and I heard my voice come over the speaker say, "Toad's in heaven." And I go, wait a minute, I heard that, and I know I'm not dreaming, And then I see people walk by in white robes, and when I go and look, there's no other place they could go. There's no one there. So I don't know if it's my spirit guide or my guardian angel or something. I wished I could get a picture of it. I just never know what's going to go on here. And, most of the time, I'm not paying attention. I'm just so grounded to earth sometime. And you can see it's just like a dog right here. See right in here? Could be a dog spirit, and there looks like a head right here, like a skeleton. I keep seeing these heads like this. It's just that same old thing, book, gray extraterrestrial, There's all kind of different gray species anyway. Some of these things that I see that look angry and stuff could be reptilians, from somebody was telling me. I said, yeah, that's true. It could be. Here's, again, this is just the darker version there. Now, this is one that comes around a lot that I think it's my higher self or either my guardian angel. Remember this one, Allie?
Looks just like you.
Everybody says that looks like me, and it kind of freaked me out. And Allie, she's the one that said, do you see this right here where I'm moving my cursor? That their hands are on the chin, not under the chin, but on the chin. And then there's the mustache, the two eyes, the nose. And I go, well, gosh, that does look like me a little bit. And when I show it to other people and I don't say anything, they go, something that looks like you. And I go, oh, no, I can't believe you said that. But yeah. The lady that ran the metal, what is it called? The metaphysical, store. Yeah, bless her heart, she's got cancer. And I hope that she gets okay. She's such a nice lady and so full of spirit. She's got so much hope. I've been praying for her. But she had to close the store, and it's just awful. But anyway, she said, that looks just like you, Dave. I go, oh, man. Yeah, I guess it could be. And researching it more, they say it could be my higher self. It could be your guardian angel. And look at all of the rings around this. And
your future self. Time traveling. Could be.
Future
Good
self?
thought. Good thought.
Yeah. Who said
Paradox.
that? Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought about that. Yeah.
Even your friends that don't really understand the dimensions and aliens and things like that, they looked at this and said, oh, wow, it does look like you. It's like...
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. And I don't know. It kind of flips me out. I keep praying for clarity. Meditate. I said, what is this? Who is this? Talk to me. Let me know. Come to me in my dreams or something. I haven't gotten anything yet. If I have, I'm not perceptive to it yet. So I keep doing this and showing it and saying, well, maybe. Now, this is the front porch, the deck, and this was during a storm in the summertime. Well, it was after a storm. It's so much energy here. And a lot of these trees are all gone now. They've all fallen from snowstorms, blizzards, and windstorms. We're getting a windstorm right now. It's starting. But this is as close as I can get it. And you can see there's something inside there. Maybe one day I can really get closer to these and really dissect them a little bit more. And that's something with ears. And you can see it looks like an animal for sure. Lots of animals here. That's for sure. And the spirit realm. Now, this is something that I caught that was sideways, and I flipped it around. As you can see, I flipped around the trees and everything right here. Now, I said this was a ship. It's way up. This is way up above the house here. But look at it. I mean, it looks like some kind of animal. It looks like it's got a head here and a body and feet. Maybe that's the way their ship looks. I don't know, but this is some kind of traveler that was way up, and this is as far as I can get with it. He was really up there in the sky and really bright. So that's rare for me to catch something like that. That's I don't think it's nuts and bolts. I believe it's spiritual, and that's why I caught it. And this is some kind of spirit here. Where is it? Now, I usually see these. I said, yeah, they're just elementals. I said, let me go ahead. Now, this is the wind chime here, and right here is the bird feeder and the chair and the little fairy on one of the quartz boulders that we have. And here's a little elemental. And I went, let me see what this is. And I got to going closer, and look what I found. Now, this is some kind of entity in a cloak or a big bright light right there in the middle. I don't know if they're holding something. I don't know if it's the guardian angel or Mary.
Light ships is what Paradox thinks it might be.
Mary?
Paradox thinks it might be a light ship.
Yeah, it could be a light ship. I don't know. It looks human.
That does look human.
And people tell me that Mary is showing up. And he said, let me remind you, David, Mary is not Catholic. I go, well, okay, that's true. If you think of the Catholic Church, a lot when you talk about Mother Mary, the Blessed Mother, come on. And, they said, no, she says she appears places. So, I've got to get really into deep meditation. And maybe I can get some cameras going and catch it like James Gillian does at his place. We're going to try to go next summer. He's just set up for it all. And, masters appear there, the big, tall, feline beings, that you see painted in India sitting in the chairs. They're all protectors. A lot of people say, well, David, those are Nephilim, man. They're not good. No. Some of them, yes. Not all of them. There's just as much good as there is bad. I promise you. And I try, and I always try to attract the good, the benevolent entities, and that's for sure. But that does look like either a guardian angel, or it could be a ship, or it could be Mary with, the hood on there,
Yes, Paradox, thanks. The delay, yes, definitely understand what you're saying now. The delay in the chat.
Yeah, there is. There's a big delay. It's Halloween and people are online. And I did try to bring it up closer, and that's the best I could do with that. Do need to get Photoshop again. I sure do miss it. And here we go. Now, this was in a lightning storm this summer. And this is a flash of lightning that I caught on video. And I took a picture of it really fast while the lightning was flashing. And I looked around and said, I don't see nothing. Oh, wait a minute. Look what I found over here. That looks similar to what we've been seeing the last two pictures. It's just sitting there perched in the tree. Now, it's dark outside. It's pitch black. You know, it's late at night. And there's a thunderstorm right here happening, severe thunderstorm, and there's something right there. So I wanted to show that. I don't know what it is. Kind of got some other things around it too. And this was when I was in an old cemetery. This one is closed. And you can see it's only me there with the footsteps. You can see my footprints in the snow. And there was a story about two lovers that lived here that used to walk up and down this road here in the 1700s, 1800, early 1800s, and they were married a long time, and they say these are the two lovers. And it could be. And she said, you know, you caught the two lovers, some lady told me. So anyway, she was a parapsychologist that told me that. And I said, oh, really? But anyway, you can see there's something in here. There's a person right here in the middle. You can see him right there, usually always in the middle right here, and things all around it, and it's got the lines going around. This is one of the very first pictures I caught as a paranormal investigator, meaning to do it, you know, going out looking for it. And this was around, I think, 10 p.m., or maybe around midnight, because I remember this. We were on a training, we were training other people. And I said, you go in for 10 minutes each, or 15 minutes, I think it was. So I was doing I went in first to check everything out, you know. And this is what I was doing. I was sitting there talking on a tombstone, and that's where I caught that EVP alley that says, don't go. And I was talking to somebody who was in the War of 1812. And I said, I appreciate your service and all that. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here right now. We wouldn't have America, blah, 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 you know, all of this. And I was taping all of this, you know, with a cassette tape. And all of a sudden, I heard footsteps. I thought somebody was coming. There was nobody. And I said, well, man, I'm going to turn around and take a picture. And I took a picture, and I caught these two when that happened. And when I got home, I got to listen to the tape. And I've got that somewhere. I'll share. I wish I would have remembered that. I would have shared it with you. It just says, don't go. When I got up to turn around and take the picture, it goes, don't go. He didn't want me to go. So I don't know if they're trapped there and they can't go anywhere or what. But then after I caught these two right here, I felt like I was surrounded. I believe this cemetery does not have any visitors. It's out by itself off of a road. You know where I'm talking about. And, you know, I think they appreciate visitors. I think I was surrounded by people in robes and I don't know. I don't want to go there, but I'm going to tell you that's what I felt. And I could hear people talking in my head, you know, not out loud, but anyway, these are the first two I really caught when I was doing paranormal investigation. This has been a long time ago. That's for sure. It's one of my faves. And this is at Mansville. It's Insane Asylum. Insane Asylum. You know about that. Allie's a... you want me to say? Okay. Well, she works with a lot of different kind of people. But anyway, and she is a medical person. But she's not a doctor. She did have all kind of equipment. All right. But anyway, this is coming up some steps, and you can see the orbs right here, and it's just something here. It's something standing here in the way, and it's got me blocked. And we were going, I said, I'm going to take a picture because we heard all kind of different noises, and you can see this is really old, and it's no telling what's in here. and we weren't supposed to be inside. We did notify the police that we're going to be there, and they did come and they talked to us for a while, wanted to know all about, ghosts and stuff. And everything was locked up because some of the places have storage there. They use it for storage. They rent it out for people, the good parts. And this one was open because it was a building out by itself, not really big. It probably, housed some really terrible people.
Hi, Darla.
And hey, is it Darla? Hey, Darla. Darling Darla. Pictures of the desert. I appreciate it. But anyway, it must have held some really bad people here, because there was all kind of activity there, and I don't know what these things are here, but it looks like they were trying to block us in. So, did you enjoy it, Allie?
I did. Thank you for coming, everybody. Happy Halloween.
It wasn't as bad as you thought it was. Why don't you show them your face?
That's okay. It's Halloween. It's another time. Thank you for coming, everybody. Happy Halloween. Stay well.
She wants to go. As you can see, she was ready to go. What is all that?
Oh, wow.
We have fun, folks. We really do. Stay safe. Watch for the kids. Don't drink too much. If you do, don't drive. Call a taxi or an Uber. Use unconditional love and forgiveness. Even when you get so mad you want to shake the shit out of somebody, use unconditional love and forgiveness. Later on, you'll say, man, I really handled that well. And I learned that a lot in karate. And it's really diffused me a lot over the last 5 years, that's for sure. Special Halloween Samhain show from the Backyard Ufologist. Thank you, Brandon and Paradox. Fossils, artifacts, and coins. I sure do appreciate you. Darla. Yeah, it's raining here, too. I think it's raining everywhere. But here in the United States, it's really raining here in New England. And we've got snowstorms out northwest of us. And we'll get ours. It usually comes around December, January, and February. We get all kind of different storms here, and we'll show you pictures and try to catch the orbs that are out in the snow too, because they are. So we appreciate everybody joining us, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, like, comment. I hope that you enjoyed everything, and we tried to make it funny, entertaining, and hopefully we can get more subscribers and start making some money when we get at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of view time. And yeah, that's 240,000 minutes. Man, it seems like it's so far away, but people do it. That's like 240,000 miles to the moon. That's what I started thinking. I go, oh man, but it's a lot. But anyway, we'll get there. We have a lot of fun doing this anyway, So what? We have fun. We're on the air 2 or 3 times a week, and we're showing you what's out in the backyard. And we're getting the Aurora camera, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Digital, night vision, and maybe I can start bringing you the UFOs that come over here all the time from Long Island Sound. It's a Hammonasset Ley Line is what it is. Graham Hancock has a map, and he said, yeah, it runs right through this area right here. And you have, the boulders that are lined up. I just want to say thank you. Happy Samhain. Happy Halloween. Be safe out there. This is David, the Backyard Ufologist. Thank you, Allie, for being my co-host. Thank you, Brandon, Darla, Paradox Fossils, and everybody else that didn't want to participate that's watching. I sure do appreciate you. You just don't know. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment, and share. I do appreciate it very much. This is David, the Backyard Ufologist, saying have a great Halloween. We'll see you sometimes later this week. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you.